Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, even cross watchers. This is your reading for December 2020. We're going to talk about what you are aiming at. You are the archer. You got to go. You got something you're looking at. And we're going to look at what that is about for 2020 of December. Okay. Some of you are going to find this reading much later in time. Don't dismiss it just because of that. As a matter of fact, that would be a perfect reason to watch this reading. If you've stumbled across this reading at a later date in time on this 3D experience, please do understand that there's a reason for that. It's possible that something you have going on at that time is connected to a situation or circumstance from December 2020, or you didn't even know it was connected to this time. Some of you will remember specific experiences. So if you're finding it for this time and it doesn't resonate now, the message on the other direction is the same, that this is what you're coming into. Okay. But if you've aligned with this message, there's something here for you, period. That's the way this channel works. That's the way my energy works. Not just anybody comes into contact with my energy. Okay. So, Sagittarius, connecting the body and the body. Connecting the body, heart, and mind. Connecting the body and the spirit. Connecting the heart, mind, and body. Connecting the heart, mind, and heart. Connecting the heart, mind, and spirit. Connecting the spirit and the body. Connecting the spirit, heart, and mind. Connecting the spirit and the spirit. What is the message for Sagittarius for this December 2020 reading? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wealth. Sagittarius, praise. You got wealth. Wealth is coming out the deck for you from the words of clarity. So thankful and grateful that we can see that for you. I hear you are very worthy and deserving. You've always given up and sacrificed so much for others in your experience. And many times they say you left yourself behind, they say, so that others can thrive. And now's the time for the reaping of your harvest on your own behalf. The card recognition sits on the table. As I put them all away, didn't even notice it until now. That the card of recognition was here. So, wealth is on the table for you, December 2020. Let's go see what is going on in your environmental influences. What is the energy that you're sitting in? Okay. Some may or may not be an exact match to yours, depending on who or what is in your environment. But this is the greatest, strongest thing available to you energetically. So let's see, what is the OG Word of Clarity deck have for the strongest energy for Sagittarius? Waiting. Oh, a lot of people are waiting to get theirs and you sitting in wealth. That's what I got. Yeah, honey, you got it. You want it, you got it. They want it, they still waiting. I'm just saying. And you know the difference between you and them is that you sit in the energy of truly continuing to pay gratitude, respect, whichever way you feel about it, whatever words you want to use, over all that you do have. And because you have so much, you have so many times that you're sitting in the energy in your own heart, spirit, your own mind of gratitude, appreciation. Okay. Well, others are like, well, I'll be happy when you give me a reason to be happy. I'll be grateful when there's something to be grateful for. See, you skilled at finding what there is now to be grateful for. You're skilled in this area. So let's look at what the experience looks like. We're going to use my download deck. It is available. There's directions below the video if y'all want one. Okay. What is the experience for Sagittarius 2020? I love this. Thank you, thank you, thank you for you. I love this for Sagittarius energy. This is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. This is, I am blessed, safe, and protected. No matter where I am in my skin. Look at the image is, you're covered on all sides, from all directions. You're blessed, safe, and protected. You're that light, that valuable light at the center of the swirl of all this protected energy. Look at that. This should give you a strong feeling of confidence. You know, so where somebody else is waiting on something because of an energy that they're sitting in, that they've continued to add momentum to for themselves. Here you are sitting in wealth, blessed, safe, and protected, and you're knowing that, and that's benefiting you greatly, strongly in every way, in every day. Praise. So I'm going to use my handmade tarot deck and the Light Seers Tarot to pull from the experience for you some cards. Let's see what we have going on for Sagittarius. Now, I want you to know that this is the first time that literally right before doing a reading, I channeled a spread for you. For you, for this reading, a spread was channeled. It's called the Alchemic Spread. Alchemic Archery Spread, excuse me. So we need 4 cards in this, so we'll be pulling those. And we'll just pull from the top of the deck from here on out for any messages that we're going to pull on this. But let's go ahead and now shuffle a few times on camera here for your benefit. The Light Seers Tarot. I've already pre-shuffled all these decks anyways. But let's just go ahead and do it while you're watching so you can get your energies all up in the mix. Yes, please, and thank you. Loving your energy right now. You feel very jovial is the word that's coming through. You feel jovial. Maybe there's some things going on, but I feel like you're not really letting it get to you, whatever that is. Okay. I feel like they're around you. The things that are going on are around you. They're not necessarily from you. So in first position, what is your bow? You're the archer. What is your bow? We have the Lovers. And we have, hold on. We have, they stick a little bit. The Two of Swords. So your bow. This is the tool you're using to shoot your shot. The Two of Swords and the Lovers. Making an important decision in regards to contracts, agreements, connections with others. Okay, let's look at what is your target in this. You have the Emperor in reverse and the Page of Swords. Your target is to break control. And I hear to teach a lesson. Break control and teach a lesson. Interesting. Because somebody's been out of control and they need a lesson. And part of why they need a lesson is because they have made these attempts at control. Control of what they have no business putting their energy on, their hands on, or their control on. Okay. What is the resistance? Because, you know, to shoot the bow, you got to create resistance by pulling back, right? So what is the resistance? The Queen of Pentacles. And the Six of Cups. For some of you, this is a resistance, is a soulmate. There's a Queen of Pentacles energy. That's Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, feminine energy. For some of you, the resistance is what's pulling you back is going back to this person, this energy. Let's see. Also, on another note, I hear at the same time, the resistance in going back to the energy is that you got visions, goals, and dreams, things you want to do for yourself, okay? With your own pentacles. Now, let's see, what is the launch? So when you let go, what's the launch? What's the launch code? What's the, how do you push the button? Let's see, we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So we have 2 knights. So this is taking action in the physical body and the emotional body, and it's inspired. So this is moving forward emotionally and physically together. That's the launch. So let's go ahead and clarify this. I want to use some playing cards. We have 4 positions. I've got 4 decks of metallic cards, so we'll use those. We'll use all of those. All right. Oops, that fell down quick on the floor. Hold on. All right. So for our first position, it's what's your bow. The bow is your tool, what you are shooting, right? And it's the Two of Swords. It's a tool to help you meet a goal. Okay, the Two of Swords. This decision that you made is the tool that allows you to touch your goal. See, the bow is what hits the target board, right? This is how you touch the goal. Two of Swords and the Lovers. Somebody made a decision regarding a Gemini energy. Please clarify for us, please, the energies for Sagittarius, December 2020, in regards to this Two of Swords, please, and thank you. Why is this Two of Swords with the Lovers card here? Okay, let's stop right there. We have for you the Two of Clubs, the Six of Hearts. A decision about a strong soul connection. You might even feel this is a past life connection. Let's see what else. The Three of Hearts and the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a karmic energy connection with that Eight of Diamonds energy that's here. And the Three of Hearts, this is about reconciling to clear karmic energies in your past. The Nine of Diamonds is here, saying that you took those gains from this situation. You're taking the gains from this situation in regards to your own independence. So part of the reason that you had this whole spread here of having to make decisions in regards to lovers, and some of you, it wasn't just one lover. For somebody, it was literally just one really strong karmic soulmate. For somebody else, this was all the lovers that you've had have been very strong karmic soulmates. And the big thing you're learning through all these lessons is independence. So your bow is in letting go. What's your target? We have the Page of Swords and the Emperor. Now let's utilize my other silver playing cards deck and clarify that for your energy, Sagittarius. So if you're cross-watching or if you're watching your own reading or whatever, you're looking at the other readings as well for your other birth chart placements or what have you. Each of these spreads for this December 2020 series are a little bit different. There's nobody's two. The only thing that is the same in everybody's reading is I'm using the 3 decks, the custom decks of my own. Okay. Everything else, what tarot deck, what spread, it's all a little bit unique, I think, to your own sign. So what is the target for Sagittarius December 2020? What is Sagittarius aiming at with their bow for December 2020? Page of Swords and the Emperor in reverse. All right. Ace of Wands coming out with Five of Hearts. Ace of Wands and Five of Hearts. Taking your power back from a regretful connection, a regretful situation. Also taking your power back from a situation, from the habit of continuing to look back to the past. You want to be able to start fresh and move on. So this is your target, starting fresh and moving on. Breaking control. Somebody really is ready to or has made the moves to break control from an Aries, somebody, okay? Somebody else is asking the question, how can I expand my life? You were asking, how can I have more wealth? I'm tired of waiting like everybody else. I know I'm blessed, safe, and protected no matter where I am in my skin, but I want to include and allow in my wealth, my prosperity, okay? And so you said, how can I do this? And you were guided to let go of certain connections that were regretful because they didn't turn out to their potential. Then we have also the Eight of Spades with the Three of Diamonds. So how can I break free and build wealth? Is this what I see here? How can I break free and build wealth? It was a question. That Page of Swords is giving me a big fat question mark, saying you asked the question, how can I get more wealth? What's available to me right now? Where is wealth available to me that I haven't perceived yet? I'd like to perceive it now. Seven of Spades at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this was done in prayer, in meditation, because I feel like you've had some situations that felt like your wealth was endangered, taken from you, squandered. Fill in the correct descriptive word to describe what had happened to your wealth so many times in the past. You're tired of that tradition. You're ready for new traditions. You want the power and ability to choose what you want, go when you want, do what you want. You want to have extra abundance in the bank. And you know that this is going to give you extra abundance in your heart and in your life. You're not just trying to have more numbers so you can have more numbers. You are focused on overall improving the quality of your life, your ability to choose and feel free, your ability to make your own rules. And I also get to provide for those in your care. And what else they're saying is because you're attracted to this reading, to this channel, you are already in alignment with the choice of love, peace, and happiness. Or you're a mole. Okay. So Six of Cups and Queen of Pentacles is coming in the resistance. So where's the resistance? I feel like ever since childhood, the resistance is that you have never really, you've only seen people that work very hard. They have the vision, they only get so far, but then it gets tapped out. Okay. I also feel like you have so much need to take care of. You've been focusing on love a lot, of soulmates and healing other people. Yeah. And you've given a lot of your prosperity and abundance away to that. So let's clarify, why is the Six of Cups here with the Queen of Pentacles, please, in the place of resistance? Clarify why this is resistance. Thank you. Two of Spades and the Three of Diamonds. So the Two of Spades and the Three of Diamonds coming out together. A decision to build, a decision. You couldn't see how to do things before. You could feel it, but you couldn't see it with your eyes. And this goes back. Now, also, you were involving yourself in situations that it behooved you to let go of because they were not building and you couldn't see that. They weren't developing. In other words, there's a projected growth chart, I feel like. And it just wasn't in that projected growth chart. So somebody deals with charts and you deal with reports and stuff like that. Maybe you feel like you've been running a report on certain aspects of your life even. And in this valuation, I feel like part of it is seeing yourself constantly in a building phase, not ever attaining the goals. So then they pose a question to you for your own pondering. What goals have you achieved and how can you focus more time on the energy of what you have achieved? Yeah. Okay. Because there's some resistance to that. And it goes back for a lot of you to your mother in your childhood. You saw your mother, you know, she didn't ever know how she was going to make it, but she made it. But she stayed at a certain level where it seemed like it was capped. And she couldn't seem to move beyond that. Okay. What else? We have the Jack of Hearts with the Eight of Spades. And in that resistant place, though, there was a focus, I hear, on higher things. So I feel like part of what you're doing here is opening up the energy to have the ability to take care of the emotional things and the spiritual things and the financial things all together at the same time and let it all flow harmoniously. The bottom of the deck is the Joker. So the foundation of this is a wild card. When I get a Joker and playing cards, it's a wild card. And the Two of Pentacles is here. So all this depends on, do you make the change? Did you make the change in realizing where there were, what is a match and what's not a match? Because everything is not a match. So you made some decisions in the past that didn't turn out so well for you. You found yourself stuck in a bind. But all those decisions put you more in tune with what your spirit is trying to show you about the opportunities that sit before you. Okay, so they could be those choices from the past that didn't pan out the way that you thought they would, could either restrict you and make you feel stuck, or they could help you stay focused. That choice is really up to each individual viewer, right? But that's where the resistance is. For somebody, it really goes back to a mother. And she worked very, very hard. It's like she could never go past a certain point with her financial power and her wealth. And it's like once you finally broke it, then the wealth suffered somewhere else, like in the health. But you're looking for a very holistic wealth where you're blessed every way, right? Okay, let's see what the launch is. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups come in together to launch you. This is stability with your financial goals and vision and your the way you move your feet in this world, being guided by spirit. This is stability of emotions. For some of you, this is really being the giver and the receiver of your own blessings, rather than, because I'm seeing this as a self-contained flow where you're flowing it to yourself, for yourself, and enjoying that flow. All right. Why do we have in the position of the launch the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups? Please clarify what this is. The Seven of Clubs with the Ace of Spades. Stick to your decisions and stick to your truth, because they're taking you somewhere. So maybe other things have come and gone on your path, but this is you all this time, through all these changes you've been through. There's something you've been consistent at, and it affects your wealth. Whatever wealth you're looking for, whether it's financial wealth with the Knight of Pentacles and physical health wealth with the Knight of Pentacles, or emotional and relationship wealth with the Knight of Cups, or is it both? I feel strongly that it is. Let's see what else. Eight of Spades. Yeah, this again, right? It was just here and it was over there. Eight of Spades is in all three of these positions, and the Joker card, so another wild card. And then the Six of Hearts. I'm so glad that I use a different deck every time. Over here, we have all Eight of Spades. Over here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So what you're trying to do, that's showing me what you're trying to do is take something from thought and ideas and make it physical. And you have the assets and the resources to do that. Okay, the bottom of the deck is a Five of Spades. So the launch is with this Five of Spades being here, there's doubts, right? I feel like you have a breakthrough about doubtful energies, where you've been doubting yourself, where you've been resistance to it. And interestingly enough, the Six of Hearts is right here. It's like you've got to appreciate the resistance to get the launch. In other words, the launch only comes from the resistance. This is what I'm getting here. The launch only comes from the resistance. So you've got to find the lessons and the blessings within the resistant energies that you had. Why was it better that you had a mother who struggled? Why was it better that, your decisions kept you in place? Why was it a blessing that you had that experience, that you invested in something that didn't work out? And somebody is really pissed with what I'm saying right now. And you know what? The fact of the matter is there's still a blessing there. Until you see that, that's going to be the resistant force. Because I did a whole video on this at an open mic. It could be that thing that messed up the rest of your life, or it could be that resistance that launched you forward. But if you decide that it's that thing that messed up your whole financial power, your whole wealth, whatever it is, it will. It will. Because you put a period on that energy. You solidify that energy. You decide that it is. You speaking out, casting a spell that keeps it there. So we're asking you to open that up. We said that over here. How can I expand past this point? That's the question. So maybe you've only ever gotten, okay, let's use the number 4,000. Maybe that's your big number is 4,000, right? How can I expand as far beyond and past this number 4,000 as possible with what I'm doing now? And if there's something else I need to be doing, I'd like to see that clearly. So some of you need to rewind this video, watch it again, and write these questions down and work with these questions. Maybe do some meditation and some automatic writing with it. Okay, something like that coming up for you. All right, what I want to do now is pull these cards aside, at least these bottoms here. And I want to use some oracle cards for you, just to add to what we've already pulled for you. Oh boy, I made a miss. Hold on. All right. See how easy that is? If you could look at your experience from the past as, oh boy, I made a mess. Let me clean it up. Okay, mess gone. It's over. That happened for that reason. I got it real strong. Okay. What oracle deck shall we use for them? Okay, the oracles of shadows and light. The oracle of shadow and light we'll use for your closing message for your video. Do I need to read from this book? Yes. They say, yes, we want you to familiarize yourself with your new deck. I'm like, okay. So we will be reading from the book for you as well. Once we just see what we get on our own. This is a new deck. I have not had it long at all. And I am still familiarizing myself. I haven't even seen all the cards yet. When I get a new deck, I don't do what many do, which is to go through and read every card and look at every card and make myself familiar with it. No, I like my raw, intuitive nature when I see a card for the first time. It really actually delights me. So Sagittarius, December 2020. What guidance do you have for Sagittarius? December 2020, please, and thank you. What guidance is there for Sagittarius, December 2020? Thank you. Okay, so what I'm being shown is to pull as many cards as fall out until I feel it's done, and then we'll read the message regarding the foundational card in your guidance, okay? All right, so first card out. Violet Duchess. Stifled, bored, and stuck. Yeah, see, you were in an energy where you felt tapped out. And the 18 is giving me moon energy. It's card number 18. In tarot, that's the moon card. And that relates to issues of the past. It's shadow aspects that need to be confronted. Okay? So stifled, bored, and stuck comes up. Let's see what else guidance do you have for our viewers in the December 2020 Sagittarius energy. We have the sewer mermaid. Your sensuality is beautiful. Sewer mermaid, seriously? Wow. It's card number 25. 2 is about partnership. 5 is about change. 7 is spiritual wholeness. So this is about changes to your partnership for your own spiritual growth and expansion. Sewer maid. The sewer is where dirty water goes. And it's also underground. But she's living there. So this is telling me that you've been in an energy where you've been living in the muck and the mire, your emotional muck and mire for a very long time, feeling stuck in it in the past here. But there was benefit in it because as you became familiar with all your essay shit, you began to process it. Okay, Fairy of the Green World is card number 44. The natural world needs you. Fairy of the Green World. I feel like this is about taking care of not just yourself, but others around you. As you've been living underground in the sewer mermaid energy, getting your spirituality together through the shadow work, through the muck, through the mire, digging through the crap of your life, right? It's like it benefits Gaia. Number 4 is a number of Gaia. It's also the number of the heart chakra. It's a number of stability. It's a foundational number. North, south, east, west, you know, the 4 directions, the 4 elements, the 4 seasons. So there's so much stability in this. And it's like, it's also speaking to Gaia, both on a spiritual plane and on a physical plane, is benefiting from the work you've been doing. And 4 is like, you got real stable in this process, both physically and spiritually. Let's see unfolding. Let's get some predictive energies, which are most likely possibilities from the time of your finding this video. Okay. First one we have is Fairy of the Divine Hand. It's card number 2. It says intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. Fairy of the Divine Hand. I see something though. You see this girl, she got her hand over her right eye and she's looking through the right eye. The right eye is still open. Maybe from your view, it might look like the left eye. As you look at her, it looks like it's her left eye, right? She has a look of sadness in her face. But I feel like with 2 also indicating decisions because of the duality in it, I feel like you've made some decisions that were divinely guided and you couldn't see past how to get past without going through what you were shown intuitively. Fairy of the Divine Hand. Let's get one more. So I feel like that's all unfolding. I see these other eyes in the background here, and they look like dragons lined up behind. 2 of them. So somebody feels 2 spirit guides, 2 supportive energies. You got 2 loved ones in spirit. And with that dragon energy that these eyes are giving me, is so interesting because I feel like I want to read this card for you. So yesterday, I went to sleep at like 4:30 in the morning because I was out all night. And I just took my jeans off and threw them on my sofa. And when I woke up in the morning, I noticed, I might post this picture after this reading, but I noticed that the way my jeans were laying there and the blanket that they laid across, it looked like there was a warrior dragon staring at me. It was so clear when I sent the photo to my friend, right? So this strongly reminds me of that eye. And it's like, you are divinely guided in your choices is what I get off of this card. Right now, this is all intuitive. I've never read the book. I don't sit down and read the book. I read the book when I'm told to. Let's see what is the other predictive energy for you. So this is you continuing to, again, be driven and motivated by spirit. Let's see what else. The shallow grave, you missed someone, 29. 29. So even though for someone, maybe you felt stuck, you'll be thinking about this person reminiscing on good times. Reminiscing on what was. Sad that you had to let it go. There's somebody here who is in spirit and they want you to know that you're always blessed, safe, and protected no matter where you are in your skin. And I feel like for someone, this is these 2 eyes that's here in this dragon card. You're going through a huge transformation. This is why you feel this energy of missing someone. But they say you're complete. You are complete. Okay. 2, partnership. 9, that number of philanthropy, the number of looking inside yourself, and the 2 and the 9 together giving me 11, spiritual awakening. This is all about spiritual awakening for you. Let's see what's below the deck. We have Death and the Maiden. Invasion, boundaries, violated, dominance. Card number 28. See, we mentioned this was about breaking control and breaking boundaries. So that's the card we said we're going to read from the bottom of the deck. Let's see what this message is from card 28, Death and the Maiden. It says, a Lyrian skeleton is looming over a beautiful naked young woman and doesn't seem to have any idea of how its presence is affecting her. Is not aware of it, and it is not interested in her response, her reality, or her needs. The skeleton represents true death, the relentless ego, and it is way too close for comfort. The vulnerable young woman is cowering, feeling herself frozen as his unwanted hand touches her. I am full of needs. I am hungry for life force. I need to be close to this young one, as she has all that I long for and all I have not created for myself. I will simply hover about her and take from her that which I want, her warmth, her energy, her emotions, and her beauty. She is an extension of me. What I want, I will take, and I love her too very much, so much I may just consume her entirely. That's what death says. The maiden speaks. So what the maiden says, I thought this was love, but now I can see and feel that this is invasive. It says it cares for me, it just seems to want to take from me. This no longer feels right, but I feel helpless and vulnerable. What can I do? How do I break free? And what if what it says is true, that it loves me and I am fearful for no reason? The divination message. There is a very out of balance relationship between you and another at this time. It may be that you are death, taking too much and imposing on another, and all the while blind as a skeleton to the truth. Or you may be that you are the maiden and have no defenses against another who is draining you, claiming all the while to love you. You may have been drawn into the drama and color of and entertainment of a relationship that is full of highs and lows and passion, but you're now discovering that it is tiring, draining, and lacking in its respect. It is time to truthfully assess this relationship and take steps to be safer, more protected, and more respected. Do not attempt to convince death of its problems. Those real people only draw closer, cling harder, and convince you that you have a problem, not them. You may feel fear as to what they will do once you separate from them, as they are vindictive and malicious. Freedom is worth the trial of separating. Ask yourself, is this relationship healthy for me? If the answer is no, then you must take steps to let go. Yeah, somebody made a decision about a lover. Maybe this lover was all about money, all about your money, overgiven to the situation. I kind of feel like the oracles had their own message. I see how it all goes together, though. So this is what I have for you at this time. Until next time, sending you the energies of love and peace and happiness to you and yours, and of course, me and mine. Laters.